Good morning to all. We are very excited to continue with the certification course. This is a module that is for the introduction to Moodle, that where we will teach everything that has to do with the use of the platform that will allow us to have support in these next few months of the learning experience. I'm so glad that we can get together again, that we can get to know each other better, and that we can start with this process. Our teacher of this module is Minerva Colling. She studied history in the National University of Mexico, and has been a teacher and designer for education in public and private institutions like the National University of Mexico, FIMI, like the Ministries of Culture of Mexico, and it forms a collective called We Are Words that is dedicated to the promotion of reading in different contexts and research in different contexts. And throughout that experience, she has been able to teach adults and children, and she will be able to impart these sessions 19th of January and 29th of January. And we welcome Minerva so that she can share her knowledge with us and how we can take advantage of this platform of Moodle with all the content of the certification course that has been organized in the most careful way and detailed way. So welcome, Minerva. Thank you, Dunan. Good morning. It's a joy to be here with you all. Just like Dunan made a presentation, I am Minerva Colina, and I'm glad to be with you throughout the entire certification course. And I will share with you how to join Moodle and its characteristics. I know some of you have already worked with this tool, so might be more skilled than others. So let's be a little patient because we're going to be doing this slowly. Sometimes when I teach, my students say that I get excited and I speak too quickly. So if that happens, please let us know that I'm going too fast and to wait a little bit. But if you have any doubt, I'm here to help you. And first of all, I would like to share my presentation, share my screen. This is the first module of our certification, and it's the introduction to the Moodle tool, which we're going to use throughout the entire course. And it is the tool that is most used throughout education in general, because it's a platform that is free and it has an open code, and it's used by various institutions, public and private. In this first session, we're going to see how to log into Moodle and its main characteristics, basically logging in, messaging, how the dashboard is made up, and the different aspects and characteristics of our specific modules. So it's important that we pay attention because the first part is going to be very important, since we're going to look into logging in, and that's the first step to be able to access the platform. So here's my presentation of Moodle. So we're going to join with this link. I'm going to place it on our chat of this Zoom meeting. All you have to do is click the link. I've already place it on our chat. If you can't see it, let us know. So let's click on it so that we can log in, and I'll show you what it looks like so that we can all do it at the same time. And this is how our initial page needs to look like. So let's make sure everybody's on that page. If you guys are having any difficulties, just be patient, because sometimes our internet is slower than others. So let's take things slow. As you log in, sorry, please use any reaction saying, I already did it, I'm ready. Maybe do your thumbs up in Zoom, like so that we can see if all of you have already been able to join the session or join the platform. So go ahead and place a reaction. Jessie Luna has already joined. So anyone else, just make sure to put the thumbs up reaction so that we know you have joined. Remember, it's just clicking on the link and visualizing the page. Yes, we do need passwords. We're just looking at the page. We haven't logged into your user. I'll give you your password, your username and password shortly. We're just all trying to get to this initial page. So we all have to be seeing this page. Is anybody missing that they can't access the link? Those who are taking a little bit longer, don't worry. We're taking it slow. We're taking it slow. Yes, what I was saying, sometimes the internet can be an issue, and we just kind of have to be patient, because sometimes our internet connection might take a little longer. So I understand. Just make sure to let us know when you can already see the page.
Excuse me, teacher, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Do we get to create our new passwords as we like? Something like that.
Yes, at this time.
I'm not seeing the link.
Yes, at this time we're not going to. I'm going to give you your username and password. And one of the first things we're going to do is change your password so you have your own password. But right now we're waiting to have all the sisters get to that initial page. So just linking on the link and looking at and starting the page without inputting any username or password. But we're still missing some of the sisters, and we need to be patient. We have to all go at the same rhythm. We can't move ahead of others. Thank you. Is there anybody else have a question? I could hear somebody trying to speak. Go ahead.
I've not seen the page.
There's a link in the chat and you can click it in your computer, in your own computer. You click on the link and then do you see this page in your computer?
All right. Thank you.
In your own computer. Yes, in your own computer.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you so much. Is anybody missing?
I'm still on the link.
I placed it on the chat. I placed the link on the chat of this
All
Zoom
right.
meeting. I'll share it again so that you can see it. It's the first message that we sent on the chat of this Zoom meeting, but I can also resend, and so I will do that. I just resent it. Please let me know if you can see it and access it. This first part, it's about patience. Have everybody on the same page, that the internet works. It's a process, so don't worry. Don't worry, Anaya. And I apologize if I don't pronounce your names correctly. I'm trying to do so. But we're gonna wait for the other sisters because a lot of the times we are ready, we're prepared, but our internet is just taking longer than we expected. So it's not a problem. We just have to be patient. But everybody has the link, correct? Everybody's using the link, correct? The only thing is that at this time, the only thing we're doing at this time is accessing the link to have visibility of this webpage. I am going to send you the password, your password and your username shortly. And the first thing we're going to do is change the password so that you have your own password. Thank you to all of you who have already mentioned that you're on the page. We're going to wait a little bit for the sisters that are having some problems with their internet connection. I think we're all on the page. Okay, is anybody missing? If there anybody who hasn't been able to get to that page, we are going to wait for a minute. To see if somebody tells us that somebody's still missing. So if anybody's still, okay, we had one person who was missing, one sister who was missing, but she has just said that she was able to access the page, the page on the link, and I think I have one more person who hasn't. Sidon? Doman? Doman Makakne just came into the session, so we're going to ask you to click the link that we have in our chat of this Zoom meeting. And once you click on the link and get to the web page of the link, let us know so that we can move forth. Doman, can you hear me? Can you please click on that link? And once you're on that page, on that startup page, please let us know that you are able to see it. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So again, so that we're all on the same page, we are only looking at this startup page, and I will share your username and password shortly. But at this time, we are only accessing the startup page, but we all need to be on it at the same time so that we can all follow the instructions together and we don't have to go back. So please, when you are all on that page, let me know. I think that the sister had to leave this Zoom meeting. Maybe her internet is unstable. Another of the sisters that logged on at the end is Samai. Samai, yes, I'm on the page already. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move ahead, and if we have to get back, if we have to go back a little bit for a sister who joins later, we will have patience and do it again with her. So now I'm going to send you your username and password so that you can write it down. Here it is. So please look at the screen and make sure to write down your username and password. Your user is only made up of your name and last name, and the password is a combination of 6 characters, 6 letters, and numbers. So just make sure to look at the screen and write it down. We're going to change it to your own password. Don't worry. And you will be able to see that you have already that account has already logged in, because I already logged in for you and I checked twice that everything was working. So don't worry about that. And we're going to take our time to write down our username and password, and we're going to start logging on with these credentials. So just make sure to write down your credentials and log on to the profile, your profile. I'm going to leave my screen here so that you can copy it down with in your own time. I am letting you know once you log on, maybe take a look around the user, and we'll change the password shortly. We're just going to give the rest of the sisters an opportunity to catch up so that we're all on the same page. What works a lot of the times is to write it down on a page, on just a piece of paper, and then you can put it into input into the computer so that you can make sure that you're writing it down correctly. But however you feel comfortable is fine. I can't see your messages right now in this presentation format. Give me 1 second. Okay. But I see that there are no messages. Perfect, Nukila. Wait for us right there. If all of Nukila and all of you who have already logged on, if you can start looking for a picture um, to put on your profile. It's not obligatory, which is why I didn't tell you guys to bring it. But if you have a picture that you would like to upload on your profile, it would be it would be it would be useful so that we can recognize each other. A picture where we can see your face. But as I said before, it's not obligatory. You don't have to worry about it. But if you have one on hand, it would be good to add one, and you can always change it later if you feel like you would like to. But it's okay. You can take it easy. We are doing this one step at a time. But if those of you who have already logged on would like to start doing that, feel free to do so. Nania has already logged on. If you would like to correct my pronunciation of your names, please feel free to do so. I would feel more comfortable knowing that I'm pronouncing your names correctly. We have Mai, we have Chilehi. We prefer if you change it. We do need to change it, the password, because we are all seeing it. I know that this is a space that we trust where we're not going to be logging into somebody else's session, but it's important that each person has their own password, and then that way we learn how to use the platform. because this is a very popular platform. I've used it for 14 years, and you will surely use it again in your academic and personal life. So it's always important to be familiar with it, and it's recommended that we change our passwords. Jesse is moving ahead. Jesse, don't get ahead. Wait for us. So that we're all on the same page. I know that a lot of you have already used Moodle, sorry, or you're more you have more skill with the computers, but not all of us are like that. So we need to move at the same pace and have a little bit of patience. Okay. So with take it easy, and we're going to go ahead and start and make sure everybody is on the same page before we continue. Hadi, I think you're coming in and out. I don't know if you're already. Fadi, are you already with us? In your screen, you can see your username and password. So please, if you can input that on the Moodle startup page, the FIMI Moodle page. So the link is on the chat of this Zoom meeting. The link is on the chat of this Zoom meeting. Fadi, Patu, please make sure that you click on the link and you write down your username and password that appears on the screen, on my screen that I am sharing. Again, we need to click on the link that's on the chat of this Zoom meeting. And when you get to the startup page of the FIMI Moodle platform, input your username and password to log into your own profile. If you will please let us know in the chat of this Zoom meeting that you are ready and you are logged in, we would appreciate it so that we can all move forward. I think Doma just logged on. I'm going to add the link again for the FIMI module. Doman Florence, here is your username and password on the screen so you can log in. Esther, thank you so much for letting us know that you're already logged in. Again, click on the link that is located in the chat of this Zoom meeting. And once you get to the startup page, please input the username and password. Your user so that you can log in. For the rest of the sisters who are already logged in, let's just have a little bit of patience while everybody gets to this same spot. Thank you. This is what the startup page looks like. And on that box to the right of the screen, you will write in your username and password as it appears on my screen at this time. Your username is just your name and last name all together, and your password, as it appears on the screen, is a combination of 6 characters, letters, and numbers. So please use the one that is according to your name and log on. Is anybody missing? Has someone not been able to log on? If you can please write it on the chat if you are having any issues logging on with your username and password. Please write it in the chat if you're having any issues. Yes, me.
I log on After I get in, I can change my password. I don't know why, because I log in with this password.
We haven't changed the password yet, Min. So let's not do that yet. We're gonna take it step by step, okay? We are
Okay,
still
just log
waiting
in.
for everybody to log in.
Oh, thank you.
Okay?
I'm sorry, teacher. I'm
When
sorry. Sorry.
everybody logs in, we'll be able to go on. Sorry, you were saying me? Me? Me,
No, teacher,
can
I'm
you repeat?
sorry for that. No, I just say I'm sorry for that.
Oh, okay. No,
And
that's
don't
okay.
forget to.
That's okay. That's okay. You're fine. We're just going to, where I know that a lot of you maybe have had experience. We're just taking our time. We're all still in this process and we're going to do it step by step. But thank you. I think we're all logged on and nobody had any issues. So we're going to move on to the next step. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a little bit so that I can log on myself. Okay, some of us were already able to change a password. So the rest of us, we're going to do it step by step. Okay, give me just 1 second. Let me move this. So we're all here, right? On this page once we've logged on. Okay. Is anybody who is not on this page? Okay, okay, we're all here. So we are going to click on the upper right-hand corner, to this little arrow. We click on there and we're going to see your name and a list, a drop-down list. And we're going to click on profile. Are we all there? If anybody's having any issues accessing any of the steps or following any of the steps, please put it on the chat or speak out so that we can help you. So we're going to click profile, then we're going to go to details, which is that little tab right there in the middle of the screen. And afterwards, we're going to click on edit profile. So are we all on the same, at the same step in the same moment? Is anybody who is behind? Please let us know so that we can wait for you or go back if needed. Okay, it seems like everybody's here. So we're going to edit profile, and where it says new password, we click on that link and we write down our new password. And then we go ahead and we click on the little I, which is on the right of that box so that we can see the password we're writing down. And we write down our new password. And we click on and we press enter to change to save the changes. Are we all on the same step? Has everyone been able to change their password? If not, please speak up now so that we can help you. Is anyone behind or having any issues? If that happens, please comment on it so that we can write a comment or speak up so that we can help you. Is anyone having any issues? Okay. So that's fine. We press enter and that's our new password. please remember to write it down, but in case that you write it down and you forget it or you lose the paper, you can always write to me and I can change your password. Okay, we're gonna go back then because a few of you have had some problems with changing the password. So let's do it again. So we're all on the initial dashboard, and we are going to click on that arrow in the upper right-hand corner. We click on it. We see that drop-down menu. We click on Profile or Perfil. And are we going okay? And yes, okay. And then we click on the tab called Details. And let's do it slowly so that we do it with patience. As you can see, that's my profile. That's my student profile, so that we can all see the same, page. So we click on Details. Naila, are you okay? Are you doing good? Okay. Okay, perfect. And then here we click in Edit Profile, which is to the right in that box. We click on Edit Profile. And you see your profile that I created. You will have your own data on there. And here where it says new password, we click on the little pencil to the right and we change the password. And to see what we are writing, instead of the dots, we click on the little I that's on the right of that box and we type in our new password. Lorena, can you? Yes, but it's necessary that we change the password, or can we continue with the one we have? If in your case, if you can continue with the one you have, because as an advisor, we sent it to you. But for our participants and our students, they do have to change their password, please. So write in your new password. I know that we're in a safe space, but it's always good for each one of us to have our own password. So I do ask you to change it. And so we are, Nyla, you're good? Okay, perfect. Perfect, thank you. I'm very creative with my passwords, and so we already have it. We press enter, and that's when it's changed. And I recommend that you write it down in an agenda or a piece of paper that is close to you and visible. But if you were to lose it or forget it, please write to me. I'll give you my email, or you can see it up there. Minerva@eewuf.org. I'll add my email on the chat of this Zoom meeting, and feel free to write to me if you forget your password so that I can reset it for you. I can help you creating a new one, and I'll send it to you, and you can always reset it like we're doing now. So here's my password, and this is our profile. And we have an image of the user. We are going to take 5 to 10 minutes to look for a picture on your computer, a picture that's you, that you can see your face. I use an X picture here, but it is important that you have a picture where we can see you. It's not obligatory, but it is recommended. And if you'd like, you can do a temporary picture, and you can always change it later to the definite picture that you would like in a different time. If you want to edit your profile or check this again, you can do it. But for now, let's add a picture that you like, that it's appropriate, but you can always change it whenever you like, okay? So I'm going to give you 5 to 10 minutes to look for that picture. And if you're done, once you're done, please write to me on the chat that you already have your picture. And again, please make sure that you do this with patience, because as we can see, all our internets are moving at a different pace. We're going to start looking for an image, and we will continue with this shortly.
I see that. Thank you, Esther, for your notice. I see that more of you are going with an ace in this one. So happy for that. Just be patient with everybody so that we can accompany everyone and everyone is set up. All right, all right, all right. Thank you for letting us know. Yes, it has a particularity that once we're faced with the new things, we just try the accompaniment to like make sure that you get there. That's what my computer teacher said. And that we just gave me a little more confidence with the process. All right, so a couple of more minutes. Everybody's there. You're gonna upload your pictures.
Hey, you back? I don't know how to get here. For the profile, I need to change the profile.
Don't worry, we'll do that in a minute. Don't worry. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry with the picture right now. That's an optional. You can do that later on. If you want to do it, if you want to try it on, you can look at the videos. If it's too hard for you, you can just send me the message and I can upload it for you. Don't worry. Don't stress about it. Again, for any reason any one of you cannot upload your pictures, you can just send me an email and I can upload it for you. Don't worry. Remember, there's an optional part. If you're having difficulties with it, don't worry. From our side, we can do that for you. It's just an optional side. You can look at the video, give it a shot. If it's hard for you, then you can just contact us and we can do it for you. Okay, let's see 5 more minutes. There's two options to do this. First, I just drag the file to it here. We can just like find the file in my computer tab and then just drag it into the spot and just drop it there. And that's it. There's my picture. You see it? That's the file right there. I'll eliminate it. The second option is I can go to the drop down, find the file, upload the file. Like the traditional way. I'll find the file in my computer. Everything, whatever it is, so you save your pictures and just upload it there. I'll eliminate it again just to check it with you. You drag it here and drop it here. She's saying that she can't. That's the one on the platform. What are you talking about? And the one in Moodle? Can you let us know again? This is the one in Moodle that you're having issues with? There's the one in the picture. Yes, right, that's fine. What is the link that does not work, Fatty? Going into Moodle? Or this one over here? The one for uploading the picture. Where are you having issues with? If you can open the mic and let us know, please. Or write it down so that we can find out. Is it going into the application or just the part with dropping the picture? Where do you seem to be having issues, buddy? we're having an issue here, please let us know. Fadi? I'm still not clear what is the issue that you're having. Can you please let us know? Can you open up their mic, please, and let us know when you're talking about the link? What is the difficulty that you're having? Fadi, can you open up your mic, please, and let us know? Just waiting for Fadi to let us know what the issue is. Some of you are still uploading. Good. I think for the most part, more are there. Like Fadi, if you have an issue, we can just discuss this later. Okay, let me share the screen again. This is the other procedure. Just open the document, choose a file from whatever you have in your computer, and set it up there. If you don't have anything in your computer, that's fine. It's just an optional. You can do it later on. We'll do update information. And that's the fast part. You should be able to see your picture over here. And this will be your user profile. Yes, I understand that. You change the profile, come into the profile, change the password. Does anybody have an issue so far up to here? In the end, you have mandatory fields. Yeah, if we didn't move anything, that's fine. Those are already all loaded for you. Your name, your email, all that is already done for you. Yes, if you touch one of those files, you'll definitely have to put it again. Like if you raise a name, yeah, because the ones in red are mandatory. And well, yes, the user, that's you. It's the name of the user, the password, those are mandatory. The picture is not mandatory. Once we have the information, what do? Just do the update information and that's it. And I'll send you to the profile directly. We go to go to the tab here. You can click here on the desktop. And we're back. Friday, can you tell us your last bedroom? Perhaps because of the connection? Are, are you lost on the first step, or have you not been able to get into the Moodle page? I will put the technical stuff with you. Is that it? Is that the issue? Then you'll first come here, and I can stay later on with you. We're gonna finish soon, before the 3 hours, so I can stay with you and we can do it together. And we can go over any technical issues that you might have. So don't worry. We'll have you set up by the end of the day. So if you're lost, then just first let's get you into the main page, please. So let's first get you here in this. to the FIMI first. When I go to the desktop to the tab, it brings me out to the website. So I have to exit or cancel. So you put cancel on it. And if I put cancel, it'll stay here in the same profiles. The other choice is that you click here in FIMI, where it says 20 years FIMI, and it'll get you back to the test tab. So we're all here, hopefully. It's possible that the changes might not save. So I put save or cancel. When you get into the profile, down there, you have to update the information. You gotta make sure that you hit the update information, and then that will save any changes that you may have done. Yes, I did hit it, but it still comes out. I don't know. I'll try it again. Just to not delay the rest of our partners. But this comes up every time I do a. Just cancel it and we have somebody else will be out there. I hit exit and it took me to the profile here. Don't worry. We are here in the desktop. If we go to the middle line here, you have different sections. Here's the welcome, the news, and then you have the calendar. The calendar, we can also see it here on your left side, where you see calendar. In this calendar, you see the sessions that we're doing in the month of January, for example. Yeah, this is the English version. You have to in English, if then the Spanish version is in Spanish. So when you see that, you can help us visualize it. And then we'll see the course that we're doing, which is English and Spanish. And that's the one that you'll be able to see. I put those two just in case I need to show you. Everyone can see the course. Tutors obviously have to see this as well, so they're the ones who are going to show. And they can see both courses as well. But you should be seeing the one that's for you according to your language. So you see the in the world over here, you can see it up there. You can see the language that you're going to select with English or Spanish version. The one that you prefer. Obviously according to the language of preference. If you're all here in English, or here you have a bell, which are the notification. You see here as a comic, those are messages. If you click this, you'll see this window. If you click your name, like this, you'll see this space for you to write down any message. But you can write a note. You can write a note and you can review, check the platform, check module 2. Check module 2, section 3, for example. This is just a note for you guys. What I'll do next is write a message for our partners. You can check the message. If you want to send a message, I'll put Lorena first. Here, their name first. Here's Minerva. Here's another user. So I'll just say, hi. I write a message and I hit send. So what we'll do is we'll practice by sending messages. Remember, we're here in the middle, and then we'll find one over there. Okay. Somebody will send a message, and then you'll send a message back and forth. So here we go. This is the way we're gonna do it. Yesenia will send a message to Samai and back and forth. Lisette, please send a message to Manly. Minjun to Daisy. Fifian to Ananja. So just send a message to each other, please. Just make a message from the bottom of your heart. They're talking about this process together. Good wishes message. Anything simple that you can send to your peer. So I'll be running to Nakila, I think, Nakila, because Fad is still not connected, so I'll be running to her. Hmm. 5 examinations, but I'm gonna be there with her. We have a message here. Check. It starts, so I'll repeat the message so that she can come to start the message to Nakila as well. So we'll start again with the instructions. Please take note who you're supposed to be writing to, please. So we can send the message to them. Thank you. Yes. Father, here we are. We're going to send a message. So we'll use a message tag. So we're here in the beginning. Well, here in the bubble. So you here, you have a message here. So you'll say here this message. We're here in the search tab. Just right. Hello, it's a pleasure. You send a message and we just a reading message afterwards. When you send her, and then you're just going to wait for the message to come back. Thank you. Good. I'm glad that you're receiving messages. Yes, please. If you already started messaging each other, thank you. You'll see that if you send a message, you'll see here the notification that you have a message, you have a number there. If you have a message, it'll be that's where it'll pop. And there's a notification alert that something's there waiting for you. There are types of alert that you will also see later on, but these are the main ones. For example, here I don't have any because I already asked for everything. I don't have any messages here as well, no requests or anything. I'm good. So if I remember, you're gonna click here, search for Nukila, who is the one we assigned to you to send a message to. But you can actually type her name if you want. She'll pop up, and then just click the name, and then just come down here and send a message. And when you're done, you say send. With this purple airplane that you have down here. If you want to send an emoticon, you can also press here, and you'll see faces here that you can use as well. That's also an option for you guys. I'm glad that everyone's just sharing messages. Good. And now you're saying that you have enough issues as well as the internet, so that's fine. This message is for this, for you to like get familiar with it, start playing around with the application, get used to it. Good. If you have any doubts, please keep writing messages or raising your hands. Have no issues. Just send us a message and let us know what difficulties you might be having. I know the internet has some issues with it. It's not the same for everyone. That's going to be an issue, but I had to move myself to be able to get better connectivity as well, just to be able to connect and check with you guys. But I mean, it's normal. We understand that connectivity is going to be an issue for everyone. So we'll make it work. So don't worry. Take it in steps, step by step. I think everyone's receiving a message and just playing around with the system. Paddy, thank you. Can can we send a message to the group? That's another way. It's just a question. They don't need to have to answer that. Yeah, but you can do it for another section. It's possible it's another place, but don't worry about it. Can the server send a message? Just come to the dashboard and then we're good. If not, we can just keep going. Let's see here. If you want, just put the Y and then search for her. Sometimes the keyboard might play with us, but yeah, if we can write some letters in there, or we can find the person. So select the right one. For example, me, here have many people because I only wrote the M. So the system's gonna search for all the M's. Any other issues for anyone? Bobby, you still have issues with this? In your dashboard, do you have any issues there? Here on the upper side of the dashboard, here's the symbol you'll see next to that circle. That's the one you're clicking. So you'll see here the messages and you select the person that you want to send the message to. Well, so what you'll do is here in the search bar, so you just put the search here. But you'll see it in context because you see here. Once you write the name, you'll be able to just hit a text message, or you can send the message. And then you send the message here. You can send the message here. You click the paper to plane here at the bottom to send it. And then you send it again. Don't worry, buddy. We'll be, if you have time later, we can help you out in step by steps. We'll go step by step later on with you. But don't worry, don't get nervous about it. Don't stress. Everything will be fine. Don't worry. We'll discuss it with you. We continue. Don't worry, we'll help you out later on. And we'll keep going and then we switch the side. Since we're already here, we'll go into the course itself. That will be depending on the language of your preference. You can either click English or Spanish based on your language of preference. And this is what you will be seeing. Of the diploma course is divided into 6 modules. We're here on the first one, and then each module is going to have its own content. We have a welcoming here site. Here's your welcoming tab. And then you have also the video here that we're going to be using. So if for some reason the internet was unstable, you were not able to listen to the message or see something, there's something you did not watch, or for some circumstance you were not able to come in at all into any of the sessions, in the platform you're going to see the recordings. So once we're done with this session, in the afternoon, so it's here in the morning for me, but in a couple of hours, let's just say, you'll be able to find the recordings. Here, module 1, here at the bottom, you'll be able to see the video for today's session. English and Spanish based on the course that you select. And that's important for you to find out in the model so that you can see it. You can check it anytime. Usually we'll upload on the same day. And then, but if not, the latest the next day will be up there. So here are the sections of the module. General information, which is what you have here already. Sorry for the interruption. I can see, but I see the last section. We'll be checking that later, don't worry. But you have the proper one. So you are in the proper section. Thank you for letting us know. So in all of this module, you'll see a picture of the advisor, the period of the course, and the subjects that you're going to see. You see the content, the bibliography that she's proposing, what you needs to be done, the activities need to be done. Here in the session, you'll see the content, and then the following we'll be doing activities. And this is just activities that do not require, just for you to get familiar with it and how to upload it into the system itself. So we're all here, right? We'll go into the first module. Is everybody here?
To see if we can check the messages quickly. What we're going to do now is to check how we access all the content. First, we're going to click on FIMI 20 years, which is a PDF. It's going to send us to another page within the same Moodle, and where we're going to be able to see the PDF. You can read it here, or you can download it with this arrow that is pointing downwards on the right. Once you download it, you can have it on your own computer so that you can use it. Here it is. If you do that, you've downloaded it. Okay? Whatever seems most appropriate to you. Now we can go back, clicking on module 1. Afterward, we will see the following, which is a document, and this will trigger the download. For some people, you're going to have the download appear down here. And other people like me, I will see it here. So here we open it. Are we good? Here it is. And then everybody is on the same page. We're seeing the same process. Is there any issues? Have you been able to log on without any problems? Downloaded the PDF? Is everything okay? Is everybody on the same page? Okay. We have a message. Okay. Perfect. You were able to download the document? These are the kind of contents we're going to be able to find in our certification course. So some teachers are going to use more PDF. Homeworks in general are going to be sent in Word, PowerPoint, and that's what we're doing here, downloading so that you can be familiar with that process. And then we have an audio. The audio is also within the webpage. All we have to do is move forward or forward. Okay, so here we have the audio. Some advisors are also going to share audio with you. Always to go back, we click on module 1. In the case that it's the module 1 or 2, we go back on module 1 or 2. In the case of the videos, they will open on a pop-up window that you can open, of course. Or if you want to see it in YouTube, you can do that also right here. Okay. Yes, we're all on the same page. Perfect. You can see here that an icon popped up. Okay. Okay, so we're all doing well. There's no question. Now we're going to go on to the book. We'll go into the book. The book, as you can see, has a series of pages and it has their chapters. In the example that I have, it doesn't have sub-chapters, but you can see the page. For example, chapter 1 could be longer and it could have videos, it contain videos. And here you can surf in it. You can search, you can access it and you can start looking through it. So if maybe a teacher wants to use this book, now you know how to use it and how to access it, okay? Here we have some messages. Yes, that's correct. Okay, yes, Fali, don't lose your patience. Take it easy. We are going to finish this part. We have a break and then we move with you, okay? Don't worry. We're gonna figure it out. So this format of the book is also another way of doing it, another way of presenting the content so that you can see if a teacher may use it, for example. So this is the content, and afterward, finally, we're going to see the page, which is basically a text that is linked on, where you're going to see the bibliography so that we don't saturate the Moodle startup page or startup dashboard. So you can see here if there are any recommendations on books to read or where the information was extracted. I think we were all able to open the presentation. And if you want to practice this, let's take an 8-minute break while we help Fali, and then we're going to see the last bit of the session, okay? So we have 10 minutes. We're gonna have a break of 10 minutes. I was gonna give you the time, that's my time. It's 8:32, so at 8:42, so in 10 minutes we'll be back. Meanwhile, I'll stay with Fali Matu to help her, okay? So 10-minute break for the rest of you. Fali, can you hear me? Fali, can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you tell me where you left off, please? Fali, can you hear us? I think you couldn't download the PDF. So Fali, I assume that you were able to log on. Maybe you can send us a message and download the PDF, okay? Based on your question, I think the problem is an internet connection issue, but I will repeat the steps now to download the PDF and to visualize all the content. Don't worry. We'll do it slowly. So let me share my screen first. Give me 1 second. Wait, I'm going to change it to English so that you can see it better. Okay, I'm going to switch it to English so you guys can follow along in English, easier for you. So I'm going to change the screen back so you can see it. I'm going to share my screen again, sorry, so you can see it. We go to the dashboard and then we go to the course, and in the course we go to the module, and from the module, this is already the version in English, we click the PDF. It's right on there. Okay, let's make it bigger so that we can read. And here you can see the pages. And to download, it's right here. We click on the arrow pointing down at the right. And here, for example, it opens a pop-up window to tell me where to save that file. So I ask them to save it on the desktop, and it saves it. In my case, it always asks me, and then it opens it automatically. If you want, you can try it while we're in this brief recess. Okay, you made it, and if you'd like Esther and Fadi to experiment to see if you can do it. We will wait for your response. So tell us how you're doing, if you were able to download. Esther, were you able to do it? Sometimes it is stuck there on that arrow. And in this new version of Chrome, I'm using Google Chrome, the downloads are no longer at the bottom. So it used to do that. It used to show me on the bottom, and then you could see, you can open it. Now it does it on the top. So I don't know if maybe that's what's happening to you as well. If that is happening, here in downloads, you can also see your downloads. You can see it on the file, or you can download them here directly. I'm going to take this out so you can see it. Okay. Okay, we're going to wait for a response. Okay, ready? We're almost back from our break. And this will be the last. And I can stay with somebody I can stay behind with somebody who has any questions or issues after the end of our session. Okay, Ming. Yes, but the material, Ming says she hasn't been able to download because of the connection, but the material is going to be there permanently. The class tools are going to be there and the documents. So you know that sometimes in Mexico, the internet stops working well at like 9, but then at night it starts working again. So when I would study, I would usually log on at nighttime. So if you know a specific time where your connection isn't saturated, you can try at that time to download. Or if you really can't do it, please write to me and I will send it to you directly. There's always a solution, and we're always here to help you. Don't worry, Fatimatu. We're here to provide some support. We have 2 more minutes before we finish our recess. We're going to see one final topic, and then we'll end our session. sometimes technology has its challenges because we're all moving at a different rate, and so we just have to be patient. Just let's move slowly. Okay, our break is over. So we're going to see the last part. Okay, we're still in module 1. Now we're going to click on this part here in the 3 lines that are on the left to see the sessions of the course and other important actions. And you click and you're going to see a drop-down menu with all the options that we have, and we're going to see where we left off. And here's the welcome. We're going to go back to module 1, whatever's easier for you. This is easier for the induction module, and we want to welcome them. And this is easier so that we can surf the entire certification course modules. We're going to go to participants, and this is where we're going to see the different participants that we have. All the sisters that are registered. So maybe if you want to send me a message, you click on my name and you send me a message. That's another way to send messages. And you can even ask to add me as a contact. That could be to facilitate the exchange of messages. You add them as a contact. If you prefer not to, you take it off. we're going to participants, and here's the list of all the participants of the course in Spanish and English. I use Nokia as an example, and here you click on messages, and here you can do that. And if I want to add to my contacts, add her to my contacts, and I send her a message saying, can you add me? Can I add you to my contacts? And she will say yes. Here we see the list of all the ones of everybody who's a part of this course. We are not going to use the section or the competencies or grades at this point. Although we can see the we can't see the grades, we're not going to do that. So we don't have to check on that. So that's why I'm telling you we're not going to use that part, because we're not going to be saying who passed the course with this much or that much. That's not necessary. Here we click on that. It takes us back to our dashboard. That's the final part of today's session. Do you have any doubts or any questions or anything you want to clear up? You want to clear up? If you want to check something again, I will stay behind. I will stay behind with some of the sisters to see if we can sort some issues. You can write us right now if you have any questions, or if you have questions after the session, because sometimes when I was just finishing the session, everything was fine. And then when I got home and I had to do that homework, that's when I had all the doubts. So if that happens to you, just feel free to write to me. I think you have my email already. So just feel free to talk to reach out, please, whenever you want. I have already put it in, but let me write it again. If you have any questions, doubts, if everything was fine, and we'll hear you out. If not, we will conclude the session. So any questions? Good morning, I'm Jasenia. On my part, I was able to follow the exercises, and if I have any questions, I would contact you, but so far everything's fine. Thank you. Everything is fine. Anybody else has another doubt or question? Okay, everything's fine. Thank you for your time. Dune and Nadia, do you want to add anything else? Thank you so much, Minerva, for sharing your knowledge and experience. This module of the introduction of Moodle is extremely important because it's what's going to guarantee the access to the information, to get in contact with each other, to know what the contents of each module are, what is the bibliography. So it's so important that each of you have your username and password. And from a technical team, sorry, from the research program, we insist that this is a very important and please take the time for these sessions, to do these sessions. It's also important to take into consideration what Minerva was saying, that we don't all have the same conditions of internet access or knowledge. And because this is a different process for all, we need to all be very patient, so that we can all manage the tool properly. So thank you for your time, and make sure that we present this to our spiritual forces so that we can continue walking together in this network. And if you have any questions, please let us know. You have our numbers from WhatsApp, and you have our email. You have the contact of Minerva for any concern. So thank you, and we have nothing more to say than we hope that we can strengthen our knowledge in the use of this platform, that in many cases has been new for many of us. So thank you so much, and happy day. Have a good day. Thank you, Dunet. Only Faling Matu is going to stay behind, and Lorena. I think we're going to coordinate with Dunan so that she can have a specific space with you. So we're only going to leave, you're only going to stay with Fatou. Thank you so much. Fari, we can stay here if we want, so that we can solve all your doubts. Good afternoon, good night, good morning to the rest of you, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you, Minerva. Bye.